And just like that, I'm back like a vertebrae. 30-minute musings, well, this might be a short. I mean, if I could get 20 minutes out of this and 20 minutes out of the previous one, 40 minutes, I don't know. Well, you never know. It depends on the traffic on this road, because normally I take Pembroke. Today I'm on Hallandale Beach Boulevard, but I'm heading west. I'm not going towards the beach. It's a little more jammed up out this way. It's also a little more run down. A lot more lights. But oh well, made my quick stop, good to go. Clock in the car only saying 11:44. Oh boy. Yeah, maybe I'll just slow cruise it. Try to get 20 minutes out of this one. Right lane closed ahead. Well, fuck me. I guess I'll get into the left lane then. Well, trying to get myself set up for tonight. There's a bit of an event that I want to check out. That is a further stretch up north. That's further north than the old station I worked at. So, yeah, to give that... Well, I said that in a previous recording. If I'm basically at Sun Life Stadium, Dolphin Stadium, whatever you want to call it, travel up to Pompano Beach. Yep. I mean, it'll be alright. Just hoping his ball game gets done early. And as I'm heading west, there's a lot more gray clouds coming up. Not just gray clouds, it's a fucking blanket now that I look at it. There's not just a few of them tossed about left and right. They're all covered up the whole joint out here. Now, it depends on which direction they're headed. If they're going north, I'm okay. But if that, man, I mean, that just stretches. God, I want dash cam. I need somebody to ride shotgun with me and to fucking video record all this stuff. Just to get a good look at that. Because south, ooh, nice fluffy white clouds and blue sky. Heading out west, which is the direction I'm going, death clouds of gray. I mean, yeah, the car could use a wash, don't get me wrong, but everything behind me, east, fair. Just depends on which way these sumbitches is rolling. We need that good day of rain. I just, well, I certainly don't want it as soon as I get done with the ball game. Because if I'm going to be on the road then, yeah, raining on the road, I-95, hell nah. Not a good look. Not a good look. Oh boy, love that air conditioning though. That's one thing, it perplexes my mom. Wait a minute. Ohio plate. Alright, had to make sure. Had to get that one in there. Giggity. It perplexes my mom. Like, how can you stand living in that heat and humidity? Well, Mom, okay, I live in Florida, but, I'm usually inside. And everything's usually air conditioned. God forbid the power, gets blown out. Well, same thing, like, how can you live in Wisconsin? Well, when it's cold and it's winter, you stay inside. Same thing, just reverse temperature. That's all. Same thing. And well, shit, since I've been here for 10, down here for 8, in Florida for 10 years, have I gotten used to it? Yeah. Well, I gotten used to it, like, this is normal. It's not right, I can't say it is normal. I've gotten used to it, that's the better way to put it. It is not normal. It's just not. What kind of plate is that? Georgia, okay. Almost thought it was South Carolina. Loving that air conditioning, though. Like, I wonder where the perfect place to live is. All things considered, weather, cost of living, shit like that. Because I always thought, like, in my brain, I'm more of a California person than I am a Florida person. But the whole earthquake thing, just not for me, That's just, there's really not much of a warning for those things. I mean, maybe if the first rumble occurs, and then maybe the seismologists or whoever, they're like, yeah, just give it about, whatever, to 2 hours, 3 hours, there's going to be a big one. And then, of course, there's aftershocks, which they, that's expected. But, at least down here, well, Mike, what do you do about a hurricane? That usually gives you about a week in advance. It's almost like, when you put in your notice for a job, like, yeah, I'm going to be jumping out of town here. I gotta go. And I mean, if that's the worst case scenario of it all, that's just, hey, it bees that way sometimes. I mean, shit, even back home, the occasional tornado would come through. Occasional. Not so much. But it would happen. And even those, like, yeah, you can kind of see the clouds forming and how it's going to swirl and all that shit, but you have a little bit of time for that. An earthquake, I don't know, and that's devastating across huge boundaries. A tornado's going to go until a tornado goes. I mean, sure, if it, I don't know what the duration on tornadoes, what they usually go at once they actually touch down and start ripping shit up. And they are devastating. I'm not trying to underplay them. But just you have a little bit of time before, it's before shit really hits the fan, like you got time to get into a secure spot. Hurricanes, well, see, that's another thing with Florida. Florida is a swamp. Nobody has a basement because the water table, blah, 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 You just, I would think, I don't know why, you just hit water and there's just no fucking sense building on it, like it's impossible? I don't know. Which makes me wonder how, like, those tall-ass buildings, the big hotels and the resorts and all that shit are standing. Because that foundation's got to be solid as a motherfucker and not be on a bunch of limestone because a sinkhole just might happen, Like, I always wonder about shit like that. Going back to the Sim City games and all that shit, I don't think they account for that stuff. It'd be way different if they did. But I digress. But mentally, it's like I'm far more California. Like, I'm relaxed. I'm easygoing, almost to a fault. Haha, San Andreas fault. Get it? Yeah, it's pretty shitty of a joke. That one nearly slipped away from you. Yep. Just like tectonic plates, just slipping. God, terrible. But, yeah, if it weren't for the earthquakes and other, cost of living and all that shit out there, too, is really bad. Florida is a, tax-free state. The only other state of good note that I would want to move to in that regard would be Texas, which sounds stupid because, yeah, it's very redneck. It would probably be a lot like Wisconsin, only hotter. And, of course, there's tarantulas and rattlesnakes and weird-ass lizards and shit like that. So, yeah, tornadoes, droughts. So I don't know if I'd want to get mixed in with all of that. Good weather, though. Tax-free. That's the part that I'm looking at. So on that note, yeah, maybe Florida is just the place for me. Maybe I'll die here. I don't know. Give that another 70 plus years. Because if I can make it to 80, I can make it to 100, goddammit. I'd always said, I plan on living to be 100. I'd said that years ago. I think I said that in high school. Said, why not? Why not? If I can see the year 2082 as opposed to being born in 1982, whoo, that'd be something. Well, because I never got to see the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. Call me selfish, but fuck, I want to see what that shit's like. Still got that back pain, too. I don't want to say it's as intense. It still feels sore. Like someone literally just punched me in the spine. I only wish that were the case, because that way I could know what the fuck happened. Like, oh yeah, somebody punched me in the spine. Yeah, there we go. That's why it hurts. But this will be going on 2 weeks now, come Monday. Tomorrow. Wow, and I'm rolling up. About to get into work right now. I don't think I got 20 minutes out of this one. If I did, I did. not much for fault on that. Well, what did I get already? I just hit 10. For fuck's sakes. If I could combine them, I could get about 30. But that's almost lame, isn't it? Do I even keep this one? Oh, hiccup and burp at the same time. That hurts. And throw in a yawn just for good measure. Why the fuck not? Oh, yeah. I literally swerved out of my lane so I didn't run over a couple of butterflies that looked like they were trying to get their shit on. You know what I mean? Well, they were trying to get it on. Literally swerved out of that lane. Just for their benefit. I don't know. Don't they like do larvae and eggs? Colorado plates at work. Who the fuck is this? And what are you doing here? Well, Colorado sounds a bit nutty to me. I think all that thin air is really getting people. Well, I guess no. I'll stretch this one out a little bit. Granted, I want to get in there and brew up some coffee and get my shit going. But okay, no, it's 12. It's not even 12 because my clock's fast. It's 11:47. The clock in the car says 11:55. Pre-game starts at 1:05. First pitch yeah, I got over an hour till I actually have to hit some fucking buttons and do something. Now I always prep up, don't get me wrong. And for a Sunday game, nothing too bad. What the hell, I'll just sit here and chill for a little bit. By the way, this Colorado vehicle next to me, it's a Mercury something, like an SUV looking deal. Has a jack-in-the-box, the food joint, right? Has a jack-in-the-box topper on its antenna. That's kind of unique. I'll give them half credit there. And they got one of those orange little pine tree air fresheners in there, hanging on the rear view. Alright, they're okay. I just question, why are you here? All the way from Colorado. That means you made the trip. You drove. Sure, that's what people said when I had my truck down, when I first moved to Florida. And what the fuck, Wisconsin plates? Well, yeah, if you couldn't tell by the rust on the vehicle. The fact that it's a truck, nothing near a sports car. Yep, that's just what they do. Whew. Man. Oh, yeah. So this will be my Sunday. And I'm hoping that event that I want to check out, it starts at 6 o'clock. I don't want to get there late, obviously. But that might be about the time the game ends. So, fuck, I might get up there around 7. I have to check the schematics on all that shit. Because if it's only like 6 till 8, I mean, that's not even worth going at that point. If I leave at 6, I mean, if I can get out, well, 5:30 would be a marvel. But that'd be a quick fucking ball game. 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30. Yeah, 3 hour. That's not that bad, actually. 5 o'clock's actually feasible. If I can be out the door by 5:30, on the road by 5:30. Because, I mean, but that'd be 4 hours complete. Well, first pitch to end of the broadcast. I mean, a 4-hour broadcast from 1 till 5, that's 4 hours. Yeah, 4.5. I mean, that's pretty fair. Look at that. Listen, I'm begging for a quick ball game today. Well, the Marlins got to hit the road. They got a West Coast swing coming up. I think, it's Arizona and San Diego. Forgive me if that's not in the correct order. But they do play those two teams coming up here. Yeah, so the rest of this week, work-wise, at least with the ball games, going to be some late games. That'll be interesting. Wednesday into Thursday is going to suck because, of course, Wednesday, late game, I'll get out of here whatever time, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Quick turnaround to do the bullshit retail job. Those that wear red. If I can go back to M. Night Shyamalan's The Village, right? Those we do not speak of. Those who wear red. Yeah. Why do they bother me so much? I've already told them I don't want to be there. I'm not looking to be a manager. No, nothing like that. Just pay me what I'm worth because I know you're not doing that. And leave me alone. It's very simple, really. It's very simple. But that's not their structure. Trying to cutesy up the place to make it look like IKEA because they're fresh out of fresh ideas. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. There's my disclaimer. I used to use that a lot. I like saying that. I need to get back into that. Maybe not for these recordings and or podcasts, however you view them to be. But I'm not saying, I'm just saying. I got to get back to using that. Which is also like the Brian Williams saw the whole thing. It's kind of, it's one of those things where you can use pretty much in rotation. It's like, there was that, somebody had posted something on Facebook, and I don't even know where it derived from. Like if it was a McDonald's or, no, it couldn't have been a McDonald's, they wouldn't have said it. But like somebody like on the letterboard outside of a business, it said, your pants say yoga, your ass says McDonald's. That's hilarious. Now that's one of those things. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. That to me, that's funny shit right there. Snapping my knuckles. That really doesn't show up on the meter. Anyway. Oh yeah, loving that AC. But now that the car is not moving, it's not as pleasant. 16 minutes. I'm going to try to get you 20 minutes out of this, so I'll sit about another 3 minutes and 45 seconds, roughly. Just to try to give you some content. If I couldn't give you 30, I'll try to give you a split 20-20. Is that okay? Well, fuck, I gave you 15 and I'm already past 15. And you got your 30 minutes. Why are you crying? Why are you crying? I mean, come on, man. You're going to dog me that bad on this? Whew. Plus, I don't know where my brain's rolling right now. I want to get in and have me some coffee, actually. Let me talk coffee for a little bit. Number one, Dunkin' Donuts. That's the shit. Why? Because I'm an American. But I get the homebrew shit. Just the regular, whatever, original blend, house blend, whatever it's called. Dunkin' Donuts homebrew is the best. But as a regular straight-up coffee, the one that I like the most is Dunkin' Donuts Blueberry Muffin. Holy shit, is that delicious. I dig the hell out of that. That's some damn good coffee for just a take-home brew. Whoo! Now, maybe they have it if there's a Dunkin' Donuts shop around you and you go drive through or whatever. Maybe they have that. I don't know. There's one by my house, but, I can get my own damn coffee, and I'm not so much for donuts. Like I said, trying to watch my sexy, girlish 33-year-old figure. Got to keep this frame, in check. But maybe they have it in store, but I always buy the take-home shit from wherever, if it's a Publix, if it's, where else do I get? I get the big pouch. I get that shit at Costco, thankfully. Well, the original, not the blueberry. The blueberry, that's select shit. Yeah, you got to jump around to find that. Whether it's a Publix or a Walmart, Target, I'm sure has it. I don't know about a CVS and a Walgreens. I don't know if they do much for that stuff. But check for it. If you like coffee and you want to try something a little different, get away from your Folgers and your Maxwell House. Honestly, those kind of, those don't do anything for me. Chock full of nuts. Yeah, it's cheap, but that doesn't mean it's good. Sorry, but New York's heavenly coffee ain't too heavenly. Hills Brothers. I don't remember ever having Juan Valdez, actually. Huh. But to go on the line of what I'm doing now, see, I don't know who does it, but we just have like an unlimited supply of donut shop coffee here at the station. It's like those little foil pouch thingies. Where it's just like, yeah, you just tear it open, dump it into the filter, and then boom, let it go. And like I said, there's pouches upon pouches of this shit. So somebody goes to wherever and gets cases of this shit, and that's what keeps the newsroom going, which is cool. And I gotta say, because it's, whatever, that big-ass box has got to have, 50 pouches of this donut shop coffee. The old station I worked at had, and I got to knock them on this, because I still shop at Costco. I'm still a member. And their offshoot brand of shit is Kirkland. That's just, Kirkland shampoo. I've seen Kirkland beer. I've actually bought Kirkland margarita mix. Well, it was actually a straight-up margarita in a bottle, because I didn't want to spend the extra $5-6 on whatever it was, if it was Cuervo or Margaritaville. Like, I wanted that sweet, and I wanted that booze with that good taste, but so I just went for the cheap. I went for the Kirkland Margarita. Yeah. 1.75, the handle, right? A handle of margarita. But anyway, the old station I worked at, they got the economy, the pouches of Kirkland coffee. Holy shit, that stuff tasted terrible. I mean, if you took a handful of pennies and threw it into a bucket of hot water and then drank it, that's how I would rate that flavor. This donut shop shit, when I first saw, oh no, it's a little pouch coffee. Oh God. I was very, very against it. One sip and I was like, this is actually really good shit for what it is. And donut shop, I get a good rip open that pouch real quick and take a sniff. It smells like donut. There's a faint hint of it. Same with the Dunkin' Donuts. And of course, I mean, I'd rather have the Dunkin' myself. But for what this place has, I don't know who buys that shit, but I'm thankful they do. Because it's probably on the cheap, number one, but two, it is a good quality, especially, people at the newsroom. I mean, my God, we're making that stuff left and right. Especially during the day. Weekends and evenings, not so much. Well, obviously evenings, that doesn't make sense. I might go for some. I'm going to get some now, I'll tell you the truth. 21 minutes in, so I managed to stretch this out. Cool. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to close on that. I'm going to go up and have me some donut shop coffee. You damn right. Swig of coffee for the working man and the working woman. Till we meet again, I'll catch your ass down the road.